Hi, this is Marfo. You are welcome to my SHS elective biology lessons. Today I want us to discuss a very nice topic, which is supporting tissues and systems. It's a broad topic and we'll be discussing three things. One, skeletons and supporting systems in animals. And two, supporting tissues in plants. And three, functions of supporting structures in both plants and animals. In the meantime, let's deal with the first one, which is skeletons and supporting systems in animals. And so, all right. Please, we are dealing with animals and not any other organism. So that what it means is that there are some other organisms that also have skeletons and supporting structures. And in this case, we are dealing with animals. For example, bacteria, they are not animals, but they have skeletons, usually referred to as cytoskeleton. And so, in order to make the distinctions, we need to clearly state specifically that we are dealing with that of animal. Don't forget that bacteria belongs to kingdom Prokaryote or Monera, whereas, for example, a lizard belongs to kingdom Animalia. So we are dealing with animals. Now, as part of our introduction, in fact, what you need to bear in mind is that introduction is very important to any topic because that will seek to let you understand the overall idea of the entire topic. So please pay attention. You would all agree with me that all organisms first evolved in water, and the water gives them support against the Earth's gravity. However, on land, there's air, which is less dense than water, and therefore could not provide a similar support for land organisms against the pull of the Earth's gravity. Now, for a land organism to be a bit more than a non-motile jelly-like mass of cells, a land organism must possess supporting systems. And you would agree with me that such a system was even more important for a complex land animal that had to actively move from place to place in search of food and sometimes escape from danger. But why? It is simple. This is because support and body movement are closely linked. But how is body movement brought about? This body movement, as you are running, jumping here and there, is brought about by muscles. How do the muscles do it? The muscles work by pulling on some kind of support. So for me, I have some bones upon which the muscles are attached, and then they pull on the bones to achieve the movement, right? So, for example, an active multicellular organism that still lives in water still needs a supporting system to succeed in its hunt for food. Organisms, you need to run for food and here and there, and so they need supporting system. And as a result of this, most complex animals, in fact, complex land animals have evolved supporting structures, or if you like, skeletons, which provide them enough support against the pull of the Earth's gravity. But mind you, these organisms that we are talking about, in which we are example, in fact, we are the most obvious examples. We are very flexible, flexible enough to allow us movement. Now, without wasting time, I want us to take a look at what actually makes up skeletal materials. In animals. So, skeletal materials are basically of three components, right? So, I have chitin, and then you have cartilage, bone. I believe these words are very familiar. All right, let's take them one after the other. We start off with chitin. We look at some few characteristics, all right? And so, for chitin, you find that it is a major component of arthropods' body. You know arthropos? Phylum Arthropoda. Secondly, it is made up of carbohydrates, which is similar to cellulose of plant cell wall. And you know, plant cell wall is freely permeable to all substances. If you remember your cell biology well, it is therefore safe to say that chitin is freely permeable to water. And lastly, it is often strengthened by deposits of hardened proteins and minerals. We're going to continue on the next page. As we come this way, talking about II, which is cartilage. Cartilage is a very important tissue. And so for cartilage, I want us to practically look at the functions first. I start with my shortcuts, which I don't want you to repeat it in any examination. Okay? So for functions of cartilage, first of all, you would find that cartilages are, very, very, very tough. And so we say that its toughness and rigidity, and flexibility, please don't add this one to it, flexibility, give it great tensile strength. The physicists, are you there? Tensile strength. And if you have tensile strength, you are supporting the animal. The second thing to say is that your joints, some of your joints, they have cartilages surrounding the joints, so that if the bones are moving against each other, they are sort of cushioned, the effects. And so you say that cartilage acts as shock absorbers. Shock absorbers. And shock absorbers, I mean cushioning the effect of bones moving against bones. Moving against bones whenever we move. Okay? The next thing is that, some organisms, typical of fish, which you know as cartilaginous fishes, known as chondrichthyes. Okay? Yeah, entire skeleton. So you see, cartilage forms the entire skeletons of sharks and rays. And these are cartilaginous fishes. Okay? You can also conveniently say that cartilage forms part of skeletons of complex vertebrates. You have cartilage in your whole body. You have it. most part of your body contain cartilage, so you are complex vertebrates. Okay. All right. So these are the things that we want to talk about as their functions. You can go ahead and Google and find more to it. Right. Now let's go on to discuss the characteristics. Okay. Characteristics. Right. So, all right. Let me continue with it from here. So still the cartilage, but this time characteristics. My shortcut. Please don't repeat it in examination. Bear in mind. Right. So we may say that it is tough. It's tough and flexible, having great tensile strength, right? It is made up of living cells, okay? Living cells, which are known as chondroblasts. Chondroblasts, where chondritis gets its name from. Chondroblasts. And then carbohydrates, and protein fibers, protein fiber. Well, you can also say that. And thirdly, you can also say that it's a component of skeletons of complex vertebrates. Please don't forget that in mammals there are 3 types of cartilage. So there we go. We have hyaline cartilage, and then we have fibrocartilage, and then we have elastic cartilage. We need to take these ones one after the other and then we discuss them. Okay. So, which first? Hyaline cartilage. So, hyaline cartilage. We'll talk about the functions. And listen well, because you also know their locations. So you know the once you mention the functions, you hear of some of the locations. Okay. So cartilage rightly brings to mind this structure, which a few of you may be fast enough to remember. You know this is associated with the respiratory system. Okay? So, we'll talk about it. This is trachea, you know that. This is bronchus. In fact, I like to start with a capital letter. Right. So bronchus. Now, this hyaline cartilage makes up the ribs and supports trachea and bronchi, and usually keep them open. So what I mean is, these rings, these are the rings that are inside the trachea and out of the bronchus. When you put the two bronchus together, you have bronchi. So this supports the trachea and bronchi, and then also try to always keep it open so that the gases that you take in and out could be passing through easily. All right. The next thing too, because if I can complete this one by adding some lungs. I know some people are not comfortable because I didn't bring the lungs. Even though that was not the point I wanted. So the next point is that the cartilage covers surfaces of movable joints. Movable joints. Sometimes in the science you may have there's a joint. I hope some people can sort of bear with me. So we may have some cartilage, and then in the side you draw, put I, a letter there. You see, identify I or label I. So here you see I is what? Cartilage. It produces some 3-4 functions. I've given you the functions already. Okay? The functions of cartilage. Okay? Good. So movable joints. The next thing is that the hyalocardis supports the hyalocardis supports the protruding parts of your nose. Okay. So if this is Cocome's nose. Okay. Rasha, which of your classmates is this? Okay, so this is your nose, and then this part of the nose. This is the protruding part of the nose, consists of what hyaline cartilage. Okay, the next thing is that we can also talk about the next cartilage, which is the fibrocartilage. So fibrocartilage functions. You will find that fibrocartilage is tough material, okay, tough, and therefore supports surrounding structures. And then also the fibrocartilage makes up found, or let's go as a function, let's put the right word, forms the ring, sorry, the disc which is found between the small bones, which are called vertebrae of the vertebral column. Please, we shall continue with the rest of the types of cartilage. Thank you. Bye-bye.